Good afternoon. I believe we are ready to begin today's call. This is Lori Matzke speaking. I'm the Assistant Superintendent in the North Dakota Department of Public Instruction. Superintendent Baesler is currently at a press event with Governor Burgum, so I am delivering today's briefing on her behalf. Superintendent Baesler, with collaboration from the Governor's Office, Department of Health, and Department of Emergency Services, will be holding a briefing each afternoon for educators and educational leaders in order to provide updates and communicate key information pertaining to COVID-19. Our intent is to guide school districts with data-informed decisions so all students continue to learn and all North Dakota citizens are safe and well. The Department of Public Instruction has been working to support North Dakota schools during this week's school closure. Our goal is to bring education services back to normal as soon as possible, whenever that may be. Earlier this afternoon, Heather Capella from the Department of Health provided some updates to our team, which we'd like to share. To date, there have been 274 tests given with 6 positive results. There are also 33 individuals that are currently being monitored. In addition, Larry Rigora with the Department of Emergency Services also provided some updates. As of today, half of the counties in North Dakota have declared a state of emergency, and many are closing their offices to public traffic. The department has identified 3 key priority areas where additional guidance is needed. The first one is our child nutrition program. The Senate has passed the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. Within this bill, USDA will have additional authority to issue waivers to support access to the child nutrition programs, including issuing nationwide waivers, which would reduce paperwork for states and help more schools, local government agencies, and community organizations quickly adapt and provide meals. Waivers that can increase programmatic costs and waivers to adapt meal pattern requirements in response to the disruptions to food supply. In addition, USDA will also have the authority to allow child and adult care centers to operate as non-congregate sites. We're being told that late this afternoon, the bill was sent to the president and he has signed it. The Child Nutrition Office is holding a webinar for school food service directors and authorized representatives at 10 a.m. on Thursday, March 19th to discuss food service program implementation as allowed through this brand new legislation. A second key area that we are addressing is special education. The Office of Special Education has put together a resource list for the schools and units on online modes of instructional presentation for students with disabilities. The office conducted a Teams call meeting today with local special education directors and personnel, and they plan to hold another one on Friday, so they are providing regular updates. A third key area pertains to online virtual instruction. Currently, there is nothing in North Dakota law that allows schools to substitute online or virtual instruction for traditional classroom instruction. Governor Burgum is researching this issue for a possible executive order. 2 other key DPI updates we'd like to share is that we have created a process toolkit, which is now on our website, and it provides guidance for procedures on school closures. We are continually working to update the toolkit to provide schools and teams with the most current guidance available, and we will continually update it and post the new document. We are also working with EduTech and Luke Schaefer to build a collaborative space within Microsoft Teams for a research sharing virtual environment. This will allow one location based on topics within school plans for leaders to be able to chat, share plans, ideas, and resources. Next, we'd like to share a few of the common questions or comments that we have been receiving this week. First, the number one question that we have received, as you probably would guess, is, has there been a decision about whether to close schools next week? As was stated on Sunday night, the governor declared that schools would be closed this week, and he gave schools two directives. First, to plan for a potential reopening on Monday, and second, to plan for future extended closures. He also stated that the state would review the circumstances at the end of the week. Governor Burgum, at his press conference late this afternoon, announced that they are hoping to have a decision for you by 4 p.m. tomorrow on Thursday. Second question, during our school shutdown, are school workers going to get paid? The state superintendent and the governor have both asked that school districts keep their employees whole. Ultimately, though, it is a local decision regarding how specifically this is implemented. Third question that we receive frequently is for clarification on the new 10 rule. The Centers for Disease Control guidelines are now advising to avoid social gatherings in groups of more than 10 people. The CDC advises that social gatherings do not include work or schools. The term refers to gatherings in which people who are gathered don't meet regularly or don't know each other. Superintendent Baesler met today remotely with members of her superintendent student cabinet to get their comments about this week's school closures. They asked that she share that they would like more information directly from their schools, preferably from the school superintendent, possibly by using all call. But they were not getting much information, and they were very eager to hear what's going on. Similarly, we are also hearing this need for direct communication from our teachers. It would be very helpful if district leaders could communicate out information directly to both teachers and students. This concludes the information that we wanted to share during today's briefing. The statement I'd like to conclude with is, oftentimes crisis or turbulent situations bring out the best in people. And we have heard so many stories this week shared of people doing kind things for others, working together to solve problems, going above and beyond to help our North Dakota students. And that, I think, is remarkable. Thank you for participating today. Superintendent Baesler will continue to provide these briefings daily at 5 p.m. Have a great night, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.